This fall, we are celebrating God's generosity in our lives and considering all the gifts God has given to us. St. Paul tells us that the gifts from God are meant to be used for the benefit of others. And because of God's grace, these gifts are plentiful and visible in the lives of God's people in our faith community here at Ezekiel.
Like the tree planted by the river of life, we put down our roots in this ground.
Someone in my younger days that had the gift of leading, I can't really answer that question without talking about my mom. She was really a leader ever since I can remember, since I was a little girl. And I think my dad one time counted that she was the president of like 5 women's organizations in the same year. I mean, who does that? So I had a wonderful role model in my own mother. I sensed the gift in my life. I guess I don't ever remember it not ever being there. I think I'll go back to my mom and being such a good role model for me. She was always involved in things at the church, and because she was there, my sister and I were there too, and we just didn't think that there was any other way to be. So as I grew up and got older and had my own family, it was just really important for me to maintain that connection. I hope that that gift shows in my everyday life at work in the decisions that I make. There are sometimes some very, very tough decisions that have to be made. And I pray a lot at work to be making those right decisions. I want to make sure that we're doing things, ethically and keeping students especially in mind. The Bible verse that really centers me and encourages me to give of myself is from Matthew chapter 7, verse 13. And it says, "Enter through the narrow gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the road that leads to destruction, and many enter through it. But small is the gate and narrow the road that leads to life, and only a few find it." What being generous means to me is that you give of your time, your talents, and your treasures. You don't want to have any recognition for it. It just is a gift back to God for what He has given you. Ever since I was a little child, or when I was a little child, I would watch my grandmother on Mondays put the offering into the envelope so that it was, whenever they got paid, they would put the offering into the envelope and it would just be there for Sunday. First fruits is really something that she really lived by. I think the way to preserve and pass on a legacy is the intergenerational activities that we're doing, building relationships across all generations, I think is really, really paramount. To build those relationships with children, those habits with children, to model those behaviors and have them see that and have that become a part of them, I think is really what is going to make this congregation even greater.
And sharing God's